Okay, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the Biomed Devices TV100 transport ventilator. Just a couple of things here. If you look at the, we've got two hot swappable batteries here. And the batteries actually show the charge level on the side of them, so you can actually look in here to see if they're fully charged without even turning on the vent. On the rear, the power block is actually removable. If you wanted to save a little weight, you can do so. And then on the other side, we've got the oxygen input here. So when the vent is first turned on, this is the screen that it presents you. So you have a choice. You can choose a new patient or you can choose the previous patient. If you choose the previous patient, it's going to take you right to the settings and modes and alarms and everything that you had set previously. But if you choose the new patient, which is the default, then you choose, this is the neonatal pediatric adult mode vent. And if you choose your patient and select continue, it'll bring you right to your modes parameter screen. So in this case, we can choose between these different modes: volume AC, volume SIMV, PRVC, or volume guarantee, however you want to look at it. Pressure AC, pressure SIMV. We have non-invasive ventilation, high flow nasal cannula, or CPAP. So if you choose that mode, you can literally go through all of these parameters and make your changes. I'll actually show you that in more detail on another video. But at this point, you could go ahead and start ventilation. Now your vent starts. Just to look at the main screen, you got your main screen, you got two different waveforms. We can actually change what waveforms we want by choosing page layout. You could choose flow pressure, volume pressure, flow volume. You can also change the scale here from a top level of 60 or top of 120. Most people are probably not going to be higher than 60, hopefully. But if you do have a really sick patient and you need a bigger scale, you can change that. You can also change the size of the waveforms and the speed in which they go across. If you think of less waveforms, that makes it go faster because there's less on a page, or slower. And you can change the level of that, really, really slow or faster. The other things that's on the main screen, you've got 7 different parameters here that are measured. So you got your PEEP is measured here, your value, your peak pressure, your actual rate. If the patient's triggering the vent, you're going to see that rate change there. It's measuring your actual tidal volume, your inspiratory time, your IE ratio, and your oxygen percentage. Parameters, we were already there in the first screen. This allows you to choose which mode you want to be in. Alarm screen shows your different alarms, and you can go in and set these alarms accordingly, high, low. In some cases, some of these alarms, like for instance, PEEP, we can actually go ahead and change the PEEP level while we're in here and change the alarm levels on or off and high and low. Likewise, in the parameters screen, some of these, like for instance, like I set PEEP, I'm actually setting the PEEP level, but I can actually set the high and low alarms when I'm in the parameters mode on many of those parameters. Monitoring screen shows you 9 different parameters that it's measuring. And again, as I said, on the main screen, 7 of those 9 are actually already displayed on the main screen. The only 2 that are extra, minute ventilation and mean airway pressure, they're not shown on the main screen. So if you want all your numbers right there, you can see. It also shows you where your high and low alarms are set, and in some cases where our PEEP value is set versus where we're actually reading. And then on the lung mechanics screen, this is where we can use a couple of these buttons here. It says Inspiratory Hold. If I choose this button, what it does is does an inspiratory hold with the next breath, and it will report your static compliance and your plateau pressure. Or you could do an expiratory hold, and basically we'll do an expiratory hold and calculate your auto PEEP level. One other thing that you can do with this inspiratory hold, sometimes the patient may go to CAT scan and they want to do an extended inspiratory hold so they can get a real clear picture of the lungs in an inflated standpoint. So you can actually do, and I'm actually going to switch it to this main screen just so you can kind of see it. If I do inspiratory hold, oops, wait a minute. Let me slow this down a little bit. If I do an inspiratory hold, next breath, I can hold it and it will keep that inspiratory hold up to 15 seconds or until I let go. If I wait for the next breath, I can actually see how long I held it, 8 seconds. So again, that's there. And then on the graph screen, you can actually see all 3 waveforms at the same time, and you can adjust them just like you did before on the main screen. You can also look at your volume pressure loop, and again, you can adjust those. Numbers accordingly. And then there's the flow volume loop. So whether you want to see loops or waveforms, it's all right there on the graph screen. A couple other things, that your battery indicator shows you your charge of your batteries here. They're labeled 1, 2. They're labeled 1, 2 over here, and if you remove one of these, it alarms to let you know battery 1 unplugged. And sure enough, see the X on the battery, it says that it's not plugged in. And then there is also, right now, this Preox button is not available because I don't have oxygen connected. As soon as I would connect oxygen, this button would become available. And when I push this button in the pediatric and adult mode, what it will do is it will take our oxygen percentage up to 100% for 1 minute. And then after that 1 minute, it'll drop back to wherever it was originally. If you're in the neonatal mode and you push that Preox button, it actually, let's say you were on 30%. In neonatal mode, it actually will raise it up to 30%. So 10 points above wherever it was for 1 minute. Or till you push that button and then you can cancel it. So anyway, that's a real quick overview of the TV100. We'll have other videos that kind of delves in a little deeper. If I want to turn this off, I can touch it and hold. Do I want to power off? Yes, I do. And silence. For more products and information, please visit our website at www.biomeddevices.com.